opportunity has never been bigger for talent to create a moment for yourself. No matter what we give you, we make it yours to own it. There's opportunity right now for everybody on the card. We're going to allow you to spread your wings. And if you hit it right and that connects with people, we're going to run with it. And you always have the opportunity to get yourself to that next level.
Shit. Got your ass.
Yeah, no, you're not.
No, you done fucked up, right? No. You know you done fucked up, right?
Welcome to the Serengeti! It's gonna leave a mark. Oh yeah, man.
Proceed with caution.
It's basic mathematics, man. Shut up, bitch. Give me a fucking mic.
Hey, yo.
All right, for a minute there, I thought we lost him. Whoa!
Hey, yo.
Let's get into it. Let me tell you.
Dummy. Yeah. Dummy. Yeah. Dummy. Yeah.
Before I get into Triple H and his comments at a press conference at Night One's Summer Scam, or some people call it Summer Slop, or some people call it Slumber Sham. You know what I mean? Whatever you're gonna call it, it's all the same. All right. Before I get into it, real quick, rest in peace, Dory Funk, one of the real ones. No, they don't make them like that anymore. They really don't. The epitome of doing it for the love of the game. You know what I mean? Like, that's the zenith. Like, that dude, he was in, like, what, wrestling for over 6 decades? Like, that's insane. You know what I mean? When you really think about it. Like, rest in peace, Dory Funk Jr. You know what I mean? You will be missed. You know what I mean? And I thank you for your sacrifice for pro wrestling. And on the flip side, you know what I mean? This is a cycle of life. You know, people come in, people coming out. Just want to say congratulations to the EST of the WWE, Bianca Belair and Montez Ford, a man that can't get a singles opportunity to save his life. Right? They had their first child together. I don't know his full names, like Romeo, like, what was it, Crawford Allen, or something like that. Long ass name. I know his first name's like Romeo, so big ups to little Romeo. I remember watching the show back in the day, like that, and was Just Jordan. Yeah, that takes me back. But I'm not trying to go down memory lane right now, so I digress. All right. Now moving on to the video at hand. All right. Now I've been seeing a bunch of videos talking about this shit. All right, and I figured, why not add my 2 cents in? All right, because quite frankly, I don't shit on this man enough. Right, and that's mainly because I don't watch Raw or SmackDown these days. So I'm going off of hearsay or just shit that I see, you know, and posts, you know what I mean, just results that happen, you know, from like PLEs and shit like that, right? You know, I'll let you guys hear for yourself exactly what was said by Triple H, and the contradictions and hypocrisy, and this how much of a fucking doofus, the doofus son-in-law that he truly is, sitting up there saying the bullshit that he said. Because in the intro, you know, that's from Unreal, the first season, he says that if you can go out there and connect with the crowd, you have the opportunity to do so, and if you're able to, we're gonna give you the ball. Oh yeah? Well, how'd that work out for Karrion Kross? Because despite him being on like the main roster for like what, 3-4 years, something like that, right? Didn't win a singles title at all. Didn't have any really significant or memorable feuds. You know what I mean? Couldn't get good, consistent booking to save his fucking life. Alright? Finally manages to get some momentum behind him. Alright? With that little promo he did, him being fed up. But what was it? The fucking Sam Roberts and the other chick, I think her name's Megan Kelly, is that her name? On their little podcast, right? You know, he's like,
My ass! My ass!
that's when people started to rally behind Karrion Kross. Alright? Scarlett didn't even get a fucking match on the main roster. Alright? But they got over eventually, despite bullshit booking or non-existent booking from creative. And what happens? They get let go. like just plain and simple. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, you could re-sign, but it'll be for even less money than you were already making. You know, so you take it or leave it. They left it, and the rest is history. So I'll play the clip for you guys so you can hear from the horse's mouth exactly what was said and what pissed off a lot of wrestling fans online, or just the IWC in general. All right.
Hi, Jamie Iovine with Complex. First off, congrats on a wonderful first night.
Thank you.
It was quite a show.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you again, sir. Yeah. So, Damian Priest said a few weeks back that he's tired of seeing a lot of the same people in the top spot. It's the same people over and over again. Counterpoint to what he said, I think we all can agree that we've seen a vast flux of this new talent kind of taking the ball and going with it, with, you know, Trick Williams, Oba, Carmelo, and Fatal Influence, who night one, as you know, NXT crowds and WWE crowds don't always transcend fully, and they hit it out of the park first night. How secure do you feel with this current generation going forward? Because we are seeing that changing of the guard right now.
Yeah, I get that. If you're the guy that wants to take the spot, it's frustrating when there's guys above you that have the spot, right? Like, and that's the thing. We're in a period of time where there's a lot of top performers in top spots that over time have earned those spots, and over time are selling tickets, and over time are incredibly popular, right? So you really have to do something. The narrative of it's my turn. I've been here for a while. It's my turn. There are no turns in this shit. It's not how it works. It's not how it works. You're in the spot. Believe me, if somebody is getting over more than somebody else, we move that person into the spot, move the other person down. But it's not just that. It's not just and they get a loud crowd reaction or anything else. Are they going to be good in the spot? Are they going to hold up their end of the bargain? Are they going to screw it up if we get it to them? Are they going to make a mistake that we regret giving them this? There's all those things factored in. The right human being in the right position, all those things factor in. And I love the fact that sometimes talent are like, "Whoa, it's frustrating," or whatever. Like, great. If that means work harder. Work harder. Get yourself there. Figure it out. Figure the way. Figure how it gets done. I've seen a million talent succeed because of what they do, not because of storyline, not because of creative. They gave them the spot or whatever. Right? It's 99% of the time in this business, the person gets over, then gets the push. Right? That's how it works. That's how it's supposed to work. You go do your shit, then we follow it. Right? Because otherwise, most of the time they will choke on it. If it's not what the fans believe in, if it's not what the crowd believes in. Big believer, if you want the spot, go take it. It's all there for everybody to take, right? And whenever anybody says like, I don't know why I'm not in that spot. I don't know. Are you more over than Cody? Are you more over than Roman? Are you more over than Punk? Are you more over than Liv? Io? Right? The people that are in that spot. Get there. Start to make those crowd reactions happen. Whatever you need to make it happen, that's what we're all here for to do. So I love that mentality because I think it makes people work harder. And if they're not willing to work to get the spot, then shouldn't have it anyway.
Now, this is all coming from the head of creative, mind you. All right, and I think it was Vince Russo, Russo's brand.com, where the pros are the pros. Apparently, he said that, bro, WWE right now, bro, is easily the worst creative bro I have ever seen in my life. If he said that, he's not wrong. I've been fucking saying that, right? And yet there's still people that think Triple H is better and creative than Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Damn it, which is fucking, that's astonishing to me. Like that leaves me flummoxed that you can still think that, despite record low ratings for both Raw and SmackDown, despite them struggling to sell PLEs, especially the Big Four. You know what I mean? Like, how the fuck you struggle to sell out SummerSlam? You know, oh, we gotta reduce the prices to like fucking $25. It's like, well, yeah, part of the problem is that your tickets are too fucking expensive. It's essentially, you could look at it as paying more for less, which that could be applied to a lot of things. And this fucking economy, you know what I mean? But I digress on that. Now, I know this idiot didn't do the best job trying to pontificate his moronic talking points up there, so I'm doing him a favor, alright? I'm gonna tell you right here and now what he really wanted to say, alright?
First and foremost, who the hell does Damian Priest think he is? Damian Priest wouldn't be here if it wasn't for me. I am the one that elevated him. I am the one that made him a champion. So he has absolutely no room to talk about anybody, especially what I do. And what I do is business, is money, because I am the game. Second point, I told you, you need to work harder, alright? People like Roman, Cody, Seth, Rhea, my favorite piece of ass on the roster, Liv Morgan, Io Sky, all these people are here for one reason, because they know how to play the game. It's all about the game and how you play it, and they know exactly what they're doing. We all need somebody to lean on. They can lean on me. Now, it's not my fault that people like L.A. Knights, yeah, LeBron Breaker, Carmelo Hayes, Trick Williams, Oba, Femi, Soruka, Julia, Jordan Grace, Blake Monroe, Kiana James, Meechin, Drew McIntyre, Finn Balor, Raquel Rodriguez, hell, even some people would say Jade Cargill, and how I fumbled with her. And I am so sick and tired of people calling me a racist. I don't have a racist bone in my body. It seems people have forgotten history. It seems people have forgotten that I put the NXT Championship on my illegitimate black son, Keith the Bearcat Lee. I elevated him, alright? Now what happened after, that ain't up to me, alright? I wasn't running things back then, but I made damn sure while he was in NXT that he was going to be taken care of, because the Black and Gold Express, that was my baby, you understand me? And I need every individual here and all the people listening at home to hear me and hear me good. If you're not getting over, or you're not in a position that you think you should be in, blame yourself. Go up there and work harder. Figure it out. I did it, alright? If anybody knows the struggle, it's me. I came up with the click, buried whoever I damn well please to protect me, Sean, Kev, and Scott, and even Waltman here and there, but I digress, right? I married the boss's daughter. I
abandon a woman that loved me more than anything, that was head over heels, and you all know exactly who I'm talking about. China. I then went on to lead this company to new heights it has never ever seen before. When everybody started leaving, Rock, Stone Cold, Brock Lesnar, who held this company down? Who was there day in and day out, putting in work for this company? Me. I went on to become one of the most decorated wrestlers of all time. So if there's anybody who knows how the game is played, it's me. So my advice, once again, to all these people crying, bitching backstage, learn how to play the game. Because once again, it's all about the game and how you play it. And that goes double for minorities, no offense, even though I don't see color. And last and definitely least, this one goes out to all you fans, all you ignorant, skinny, fat asses that sit at home in your mama's basement with your Cheeto-covered fingers, typing away in your little keyboards, hurling insults towards me, and y'all have the audacity to make fun of my baby girl who sung the nation's anthem here on SummerSlam. How dare you? How dare you insult me or my family? You people have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. You people have no idea what it takes to run a business like a WWE. We are a sports entertainment company. The cameras are always rolling and the story never ends. So what we do is what needs to be done. And I told you fans once, and I'll tell you again. So hear me and hear me good. Shut the fuck up. Sit back and enjoy the show. That's all you need to do. Don't worry about what we do backstage, even though we have a whole series called WWE Unreal, where you can see how we break down the creative process for all you people. Don't worry about that. Alright, what you need to do is give us your money, shut up, fill up the seats, and enjoy the show. Alright, this is quality entertainment I'm providing for all of you. Now, I said everything that needed to be said. Game over. That's really what he wanted to say. Alright, I got you, Trips. I got you. Now, real quick, let's just take a look at some of the results that happened at SummerSlam. No, I didn't watch it, so I'm just going off of hearsay. Alright, or just looking at, the results that happened. Alright, see on night one, now you got Cody Rhodes and Over the Hill Phil, who aren't even in the main event for night one. And I'm supposed to believe that these two are the top guys in the company. The most prestigious title in a company, you can't even main event night one. Sad. Oh, and also Cody Rhodes can't even take a clean L because Randall Key Glock Orton comes back to RKO his bitch ass so that CM Punk can get the win. Alright, imagine going out your way to protect Cody Rhodes. You know what I mean? Hardcore Holly's bitch boy. Right? Oh, but it's not the same Cody. This is a different Cody. This is the better Cody. Like, no, it's still the same fucking Cody. Alright? Difference is now he got what he wanted. What he's been craving for years. Right? Because he came back at an opportune time, was able to swindle and con his way to a top spot he didn't fucking deserve. So, once again, congratulations. QB1. For not even main eventing night one of a 2-night summer scam. Congratulations. Alright. We got Nick Aldis losing to the ring general. Despite being older, despite being in better shape than Gunther, you know what I mean? You just can throw him the dub here, you know what I mean? Or, you know what, just like Cat the Last Mohegans, start wrestling full time because you need all the help you can get. And you just replace them with a new GM. You know, there's an idea, I'm just saying, but no, you know what, go that route, you know, night, Nick taps out, whatever, Gunther wins. Who fucking cares, man? It's like, who cares? Oh, Liv retains against Io Sky. It was a lose-lose. Like, as much love and respect I have for Io Sky, I don't want to see her as champion. And then you have Mid Morgan, a woman who apparently went on past 100 days with 0 title defenses. Now, man, fucking pristine work from creative. Fantastic. Alright, so it's a lose-lose. Alright. And then, like, I don't care about the other matches. I think the main event was Oba versus Brock Lesnar. So it confirmed we already knew that WrestleMania he was done. Alright? You want to call it a day and get the fuck out of here. But, Brock, you can't leave just yet. Wait, we need 2 more matches out of you, and then you can leave. Even though, for what I hear, those matches were completely unnecessary. The second match was a bunch of F5s being spammed like 2K26, and the Hell in a Cell, which they didn't even fucking use. It was a tombstone and a couple power bombs, and then that's it. Like, are you kidding me? That's what you wanted 2 more matches for that bullshit? Fucking stupid. But big ups to Brock for putting them over. Apparently he's retired for good, but I'm, you know, when it comes to retirements for pro wrestling, I'm skeptical. You know what I mean? Like, many wrestlers that we see, you know, say that they're retired just to come back for 1 more match. You know what I mean? Especially Brock. If they pay him enough money, he'll wrestle. I don't, under no circumstances do I want to see him versus the Ring General. I do not want to fucking see that. Right? That'll be a slap in the face to Oba, that you come back to support over this asshole. Alright? He don't fucking need it. Oba needs it. He said himself that he's the past, Oba's the future. There you fucking go. Now, are they going to treat Oba like the top guy, have him be the face of the company? I'm here to tell you absolutely fucking not. Why? Because he's too black. You heard it. I'm not fucking trying to bullshit you. I'm telling you straight up, he's too fucking dark. Alright? They're not used to this huge Nigerian man. Alright? He's not cosmetically pleasing enough for the modern audience. For him to be pushed, you know, and all the fucking milk cartons and the toys, you know, and all the podcasts. You know what I mean? He ain't got the right look that they desire. Plain and simple. Which is unfortunate, but what can you do? And then we move on to night 2. Alright? For what I see here, man, it's tough and rough being a Finn Balor fan because you don't give this dude fuck all. It's so sad, man. The first Universal Champion. He doesn't feel like it because he fucking loses. He's an absolute loser. Alright? Hasn't touched that belt in what, a decade? You know what I mean? A world championship on the main roster. You know what I mean? Only for returning Kevin Owens to come back. I don't, like, I'm glad he's back. That, you know, he can still wrestle again because I know he has some neck issues. But at the same time, I don't give a fuck about Kevin Owens. I never have and I never will. Alright? I didn't give a shit about Kevin Steen back in ROH. I don't give a fuck about Kevin Owens here down to NXT. I don't give a fuck about him on the main roster. No offense. I'm just calling it how it is. Same thing with Sami Zayn. I don't give a fuck about him. You know, Samuel L. Zayn here at 2026. Now, back in NXT, that's the Sami I missed. And I keep having to reiterate that because I missed that version of Sami Zayn where he didn't look like a complete slob, an absolute bum out there. You know what I mean? That's the Sami I miss. But what I miss even more is Finn Balor being treated like a main eventer. Because he is, or at least should be, but not in this fucking company. You know what I mean? Like, despite him needing to win the most, he fucking loses.
Well, as you can hear, our audience doesn't like what Cena's doing in there.
Alright. Baron Corbin is a. So let me get this straight, right? Yeah, Baron Corbin, who was stagnant in the mid card for years, gets released. Does his thing in the Indies. Goes to MLW, wins tag titles with Dijak. They get called back to be right back in the mid card where he left the first place to get a title he already won. You know what I mean? Taking a title for up and coming Trick Williams. How does that make sense? If I'm Baron Corbin, you've seen the fact that they put the belt on Chodes. They put the belt on Sami Zayn. So there's no reason why they could have put the belt on you. So wouldn't it make more sense for Corbin to attack Punk? He hits the end of days of him and tells him that his end of days as WWE champion are coming up real soon. Wouldn't that make more sense? I'm just saying, but no. Fuck Trick Williams. You know what I mean? It wasn't even champion that long, and that's a common theme here when it comes to black wrestlers, especially black male wrestlers. They can never be champion for too long. A year? Please. You're lucky if you get like a few months. 6 months is pushing it. A year? Unheard of. Right. Who do you think you are, Jay Lethal? Some sad ass shit, man. And I seen the clip on Unreal. I still gotta watch the episode, which I'll get to at some point. Bruce Pritchard having the audacity, this old fuck, talking about Trick Williams and Obafemi ain't ready. The same Trick Williams that put in work in NXT, the same Trick Williams that put in work in TNA. He's a multiple time, I think if I'm not mistaken, a 3-time world champion. And you're gonna tell me he ain't ready for SmackDown? He ain't ready for Raw? He ain't ready for the big time? Get the fuck out of here. And Oba, Brock handpicked this dude to be his last opponent in WWE, as we know it. Alright, and I hope it stays that way. I truly do. Oba is next up. Alright, and none of this shite surprises me because you got these old, outdated fucks still in positions of power that they don't need to be in. So, what can you do? Big ups to Chelsea Green, even though she's the interim WWE Women's Champion. What the fuck does that mean? This isn't the UFC. Again, it's like if I'm not mistaken, Rhea Ripley's the champion, but God forbid they remove the title off of her. And it's as simple as this. If a champion can't defend their fucking belt, if they lose their smile, I don't give a fuck. If they can't defend the belt, they need to vacate it. Give it to someone that can. Because what should have happened is Chelsea Green, the new WWE Women's Champion, without the interim in it. I mean, none of that bullshit. Right? What that tells me is that when Rhea comes back, you're going to do Rhea versus Chelsea. Chelsea has to do a JOB again. And then you're going to pick up right where the fuck they left off of Rhea and act like nothing happened. I mean, Rhea's back. You know what I mean? Ugh. Look at my favorite piece of ass on that main roster. My goodness. What a woman. And that's why Triple Rhea gets the pushes that she does. Plain and simple. Alright. Danhausen apparently goes over on the AAA Mega Champion that is Dominic Mysterio. So what needs to happen is Danhausen bring his cursed ass to AAA to challenge Dominic for the title. Right? And I'm not saying Danhausen needs to win the championship. Obviously not. That goes to El Grande Americano with say Simone at the upcoming Triple Mania in September. That's what needs to happen. Right? But have some little continuity here in this company for fuck's sake. You know what I mean? You have Dominic dog walk his ass in his backyard in AAA. You have Los Perros Del Mal fucking intervene. I don't give a fuck. But, follow up on it. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure. Rest in peace. Undertaker ain't too happy that his champion is losing out here to a fucking meme. Right? A meme that's getting a better push than Joe Hendry. What happened to wave your hands from side to side and say, hey, I believe in Joe Hendry. What happened to that? I'm hearing my boys getting squashed in under 2 minutes by Braun Breaker. Doesn't even get a fucking entrance. That's main event. It's sad, man. It's so fucking sad. But main event, Reigns versus Rollins, a match that could have happened at WrestleMania, but nope. The fact that it's happening here at SummerSlam means that Rollins will forever be number 2. Alright, so he needs to accept it and move on. Like, you cut yourself for chodes. That's unforgivable. So take that L and keep it moving. Alright? Sure, the match was good. You know what I mean? These guys, they're brothers. You know what I mean? They have great chemistry in the ring. So I don't need to see the match to know that it was good. Alright? Apparently they paid tribute to the Shield members. You know what I mean? Kurt Angle, aka Peak Angle. You know what I mean? Big ups to Kurt. Alright? So apparently that's what happened at SummerSlam this year. Just going off the results, it looks like a mid as PLE. Even though it's one of the big 4 PLEs. We have Royal Rumble, we have WrestleMania, you got SummerSlam, and you have Survivor Series, which is now War Games. Oh, before I forget, Chad Gable is now the IC champion. Alright? Because apparently Muggs Root Beer was the one that helped celebrate his momentous win here at SummerSlam. Now, here's my take on this shit, right? Gable should have won like 2 years ago. He should have been the one to beat Gunther, become the IC champion, ending his reign as the longest reigning IC champion. And then he could have dropped his Sheamus, and then Sheamus could have been a Grand Slam champion. But we didn't get that, right? Who should be champion right now, IC champion, is it's about to get bouncy. The young OG, Javon Evans. He should be the one, because he has a crowd, the younger crowd, especially the kids, you know, cheering for him, getting behind him. You know what I mean? Goes out there with his elite athleticism. You know what I mean? Putting on banger after banger after banger, like defending his belt on Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. You know what I mean? You gotta have a fucking tour, the Javon Evans tour. There you go. Gave you one for free. But are they gonna do it? No. Of course not. And that's pretty much the most you hear me talk about the main roster. I mean, that's the most I'll talk about the main roster in months. Right? So there you go. We'll treat for you guys. To the ones that are listening that made it this far. As far as the people, you know, who deserve to be pushed, you know, LA Knight, yeah, Drew McIntyre, Solo Dolo Sokoa, you know, Royce Keys ain't getting pushed. Apparently he's content jobbing out to the bloodline, so hey man, good for him, I guess. You know what I mean? Make your money. Carmelo Hayes, fucking Julia, Jordan Grace, Blake Monroe, you know, people like that, you know what I mean, who like deserve an opportunity. You know what I mean? But guess what? I guess they're not working hard enough for Triple H. You know, don't leave it to creative to figure it out for them. The problem is they need to go out there and figure it out themselves. And look at some people that fell off. You know, like Jacob Sue, jobbing out to Roman. You know what I mean? No longer the Samoan Werewolf or Wolverine, whatever the fuck he was calling himself. Just another name in the bloodline. He fell right in line, and now he's under Roman Reigns' command. Boy, oh boy. Oh my. Oh my. Oh dear. Who else? Bailey. Word is Bailey might be on her way out. This woman has done shit since birth control, going over on Io Sky at WrestleMania. I've been pretty stagnant couple of years for Bailey, so if I were her, I would leave. You know, need a fresh change of scenery. Go to AEW if you're homegirl, Monet, and do your thing. You know what I mean? That's what Bailey needs to do. Like, I can't even bring up Roxanne Perez. Like, I don't care for the woman, never have, never will. You know what I mean? It's like, it's just her face. You know, it doesn't do it for me, man. Like, I see Disney Plus, you know, High School Musical 5. You know what I mean? Some shit like that. But I digress. They're doing her no favors. You know what I mean? You treated her like she was a prodigy back in NXT. Was a 2-time NXT Women's Champion and gets called up and has been stuck in the Judgment Day cesspool for way too long because it's a stable that has way overstayed its welcome. You know what I mean? So I feel bad for her. Kinda. I mean, kinda. Alright? But as long as, you know, was the Iron Woman, you know, at last year's Royal Rumble, and then goes on to do absolutely fucking nothing. So, what the fuck was the point? You know what I mean? Raquel Rodriguez should have been the fucking women's champion by now. It's like, how you that tall and you make her like a complete fucking goof? Got all that height, all that power to not use it. You know what I mean? Like, flex that back of hers. You know what I mean? Like, do something. Austin Theory, he's another one. But listen, I can keep going and going. Alright, but the point is that, you know, Bret Hart said it best. Triple H doesn't have creative bone in his body. And this is the end result from non-creative, from a creative team. Alright? These people have absolutely fucking no idea what they're doing with people like Soruka, people like Finn Balor, people like Bruce Keys, people like Jacob Fatu, people like Carmelo Hayes, people like LA Knight, yeah, people like Braun Breaker. You know what I mean? They don't know what the fuck to do, which is obvious. So they come up with the excuse of, well, those spots that they want to be in is already taken. So if they want to be in those spots, they need to work hard. As if they don't work hard already, if not harder. You know, especially, you know, champions these days don't wrestle. So if anything, they're working harder than your so-called champions. But you're sending the signal, hey, that ain't good enough. You know what I mean? Go out there, work hard, you know, connect with the crowd, sell some merch, and then maybe we'll give you an opportunity. If I like you. Right? That's the big thing. Right? Because if they don't like you, like LA Knight, yeah, you're gonna be stagnant for fucking years. Despite being one of the most over baby faces in the entire fucking company. Despite overshadowing your so-called top baby faces and CM Punk and Cody Chodes. You know what I mean? That's the shit you get. And at the end of the day, nothing's gonna change unless the regime changes. Unless you get rid of the people who are in positions of power that make these dumbass, fucking nonsensical, lazy-ass, complacent booking decisions week after week after week, like your Bruce Pritchards, your Michael piece of shit Hayes, your Triple H, majority of writers in the creative team. Alright, these people need to go. Alright, I said that before and I'll keep on saying it. I can't emphasize enough how much disdain I have for this company, because they're ass backwards with the shit they do, man. It's like you have all that talent and they're just being wasted. You know what I mean? You're just wasting their time. And that's fucking sad. It truly is. But that's all I gotta say about this shite. Alright? The Doofus son-in-law does it again. You know, says some of the most idiotic shit I've ever seen in pro wrestling as a guy that's head of creative for the biggest wrestling company in the world. Congratulations. Alright, but I want to hear from you guys. How you guys feel about his comments? How you guys feel about the WWE as a whole? Let me know if you care. Alright, I know some of you guys are watching this shit still. Alright, week after week. I want to hear from you guys, alright? But for now, what's enough for guys' time? Been there for way too long, so be safe, be blessed, take care of yourself, protect you and yours, loved ones, stay warm, stay dry, stay frosted, but most importantly, trust in God, God be with you. I'm out of here. Next will be some NWA Power. Then some Unreal, and then some Dark Side of the Ring. Alright? Like, you guys want me to do it, so watch it, like it, right? Like, you guys want it, I'm trying to give it to you, man, but if no one's watching it, what the fuck's the point? No offense. Alright, but until next time, adios.